It's Morning Becomes Eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. A couple of weeks ago,
this is the session.
Monkeys were in Los Angeles for a show, and we got them into the Village Studios for a session. We've got a conversation with Alex and Matt from the band coming up. But first up, the music. Arctic Monkeys return to Morning Becomes Eclectic.
So kind of you to bless us with your effortlessness. We're grateful and so strangely comforted. And I wonder, are you putting us under? 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirts and ties combination. We'll see you later, innovator. Someone to kiss, someone to kick you. There's not a neck you couldn't slip through. Or at least that's the impression I get. 'Cause you're smooth and you're wet and she's not aware yet, but she's yours. She'll be saying, use me, show me the jacuzzi. I imagine that he's there on a plate. Your like rendezvous rate means that you'll never be frightened to make them wait for a while. I doubt it's your style not to get what you set out to acquire. The eyes are on fire, you are the unforecasted storm. Calm, collected and commanding. You leave the other story standing. With your renditions and jokes, bet there's hundreds of blokes that have wept 'cause you've stolen them. Thunder, are you putting us under? 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirts and ties combination. We'll see you later, innovator. The punchline before they have told the joke. Plenty of desperation to be seen, staring at a television screen. They sped up to the point where they provoke you to tell them punchline before you have told the joke. Well, sorry sunshine, it doesn't exist. It wasn't in the top 100 list. And it's the 1,000th time that it's even bolder. Don't be surprised when you get bent over. They told you, but you were gagging for it. Saw it and she grabbed it and it wasn't what it seemed. The kids all dream of making it, whatever that means. Another variation on a theme. A tangle on the television and the magazine. You reckon that they do it for a joke? You reckon that they make them take a note? It says that we are defenders of any poser or professional pretender around. And when did your lisp replace the twist and turn like a fist? Replace the kiss, don't concert. As if your bollocks, I don't want your friend. Save it for the morning after. Time that is even bolder. Don't be surprised when you get there were tears on the steering wheel, dripping on the seats. Several hours or several weeks, I'd have the cheek to say they're equally as bleak. Beginning of the end, the car went up the hill and disappeared around the bend. Ask anyone, they'll tell you that it's these times that it tends to start to breaking off, to start to fall apart. Hold on to your hearts and do me a favor and break my nose. Do me a favor and tell me to go away. Well, do me a favor and stop asking questions. As she walked away, well, her shoes were untied and the eyes were all red. You could see that we'd cried, and I watched and I waited till she was inside, forcing a smile and waving goodbye. Curiosity becomes a heavy load, too heavy to hold, too heavy to hold. Curiosity becomes a heavy load, too heavy to hold, will force you to be cold. Do me a favor and ask if you need some help. Said, do me a favor and stop flattering yourself, and to tear apart the ties that bind. Perhaps might be too kind, perhaps might be too kind. Now you only get it in your night dress. Discarded all the naughty nights for niceness. Landed in a very common crisis. Everything's in order in a black hole. Nothing seems as pretty as the past though. That bloody Mary's like an earth Tabasco. Remember when you used to be a rascal? Oh, the boys are slang. The best you ever had, the best you ever had is just a memory. And those dreams were as daft as they seemed, as daft as they seem, my love, when you dream them up. Flicking through a little book of sex tips. Remember when the boys were all electric? And now when she's told she's gonna get it, I'm guessing that she'd rather just forget it. Clinging to not getting sentimental. Said she wasn't going but she went still. Like a gentleman not to be gentle. Was it a mechadobber or a betting pencil? Oh, the boys are slag. The best you ever had, the best you ever had is just a memory. And those dreams weren't as daft as they seem, as daft as they seem, my love, when you dream them up, oh, blow. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Falling about, you You took a left off last life lane, just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. The falling about, you took a left off last life lane. You were just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. Used to get it in your fishnets, now you only get it in your night dress. Discard all the naughty nights for niceness, having a very common crisis. Everything's in order in a black hole. Is anything as pretty as the past though? That bloody man is like an Tabasco. Remember when you used to be a rascal?
It's Morning Becomes Eclectic at KCRW. I'm Nick Harcourt, your host for the show. Arctic Monkeys recorded recently over at the Village Studios. We got Alex and Matt in conversation. Welcome back to the show, guys.
Hello. Good to be back.
Thank you.
You know, this is the second album, obviously, and back in the States this time around. I'm wondering, you know, the first album got so much attention, obviously, in the UK, and you've been asked this a million times, but did that sort of not quite follow through on the first album here in the States? And if that's true, are you still having a good time over here?
Absolutely. We've always had a wonderful time when we've come over. Every time it's sort of but I don't think the album sort of reached like the same kind of level that it did at home and that. But I think that was always going to be the case, really. But yeah, I think it'd freak you out a bit if it did.
I would imagine it would have done. We're talking about the first album, Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not, which is, as you know, obviously, and probably a lot of our listeners, became the fastest-selling debut album in British history. And I would imagine that there were probably a whole bunch of expectations on you for the States that you're probably happy didn't actually come to fruition. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I suppose you're right there, Nick. Yeah, I mean, of course, you're never going to say, like, oh, you know, we don't care about, like, American
success.
Success, thank you. But like it's sort of done. It never felt like a failure, if you know what I mean. It was just like kind of comfortable. Like we're just getting the opportunity to come and like play and like see these different places is like that's enough. You know.
That's enough for these lads.
That's enough.
Humble as they are.
Yeah, but not over the top. Like.
When you decided to come back into the studio and do a second album, how did that come about? Where did you record it? What amount of time did you give yourselves to do that? Because you'd been on the road pretty relentlessly for a while on the first album, right?
Yeah, we did pretty much tour that album for a long time. But then while we were touring, we were writing songs and stuff, and we had a lot of ideas for the new stuff. So we had no choice but to record, I'd say. As soon as we'd finished touring, we just like pretty much went straight back in the studio.
Did you try any of the new songs out while you were touring, or were they just sort of snippets that you had started writing and then you went into the studio to finish them?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had a few like full songs ready, but I don't think we wanted to play them until we, like, I don't know, until we'd lived with them for a bit, I suppose. So we just like practiced them in sound checks and stuff. But we still did quite a bit more writing while we were recording, which we didn't do last time. So it was more of a blank canvas, more of a traditional approach, I'd say, as well.
Now, the first record was recorded where?
First one was in Lincolnshire.
Okay.
Yes, in the country.
In like a middle of nowhere kind of studio.
And then this new album was recorded in the middle of East London.
In the LDN.
That's right. Yeah.
We did a bit more of a city scope.
Yeah. So that's one thing we wanted to do, Nick. You know, different. Approach perhaps on each record, whether it's location or personnel.
Yeah.
Now LDN is London, obviously.
Yeah. Sometimes a brief.
Also known as the Smoke for people who come from up north.
Yeah, the Big Smoke.
That's what they used to call it when I was a kid. What did that bring to the record? I mean, you're in the middle of East London, which is, you know, it's a little bit different from the bucolic countryside of Lincolnshire.
Maybe it didn't have like an obvious effect, I don't think. Well, maybe it did. I mean, because we were more, I don't know, we could like socialise more, I suppose, when we weren't recording, rather than just don't know, being in middle of nowhere and having not much to do. So I suppose when we were there, that all we'd think about is recording and stuff, which sometimes you do need to switch off and have a bit of a party.
You also changed bass players as well, didn't you, before you went into the studio, or was it around the same time?
No, quite a while before.
Yeah, when you were on tour first time in the States, I think.
Probably like third time we came was when Nick came with us.
Right.
Like last May. So it's like over a year now.
Did that change any of the dynamic within the band? I know you've known him for a long time.
Yeah, it definitely changed things. There's no denying that something like that would change it. But yeah, it's all been good.
Now back in the UK, I know that you've been doing some big shows this year. Tell us about some of the festivals and the shows that you've done this year.
There was the Glastonbury Festival early on in June, which was one that we played, which were like massive, it's like it were really like a big deal to us. Like we'd never been to Glastonbury before. It like, you know, as a festival goer, we'd not been or anything before, but like we'd heard always about it, and it were like sort of we were very nervous like about that one because it's like it seems like the biggest thing that we could have done, you know what I mean? But like really had a good weekend there, enjoyed that, and I think there were a few like sound problems or whatever after, but like you can't let that taint your memory, can you?
Especially when you're out on stage in the middle of a field with a couple of 100,000 people.
Exactly, yeah, just really good. And we did his own like thing in this cricket ground in Manchester, like
Old
about
Trafford.
a month ago. Yeah, Old Trafford cricket ground. We just did like a thing there this one weekend, and we sort of got bands on that we really liked and stuff, and it was like that was probably like one of the best gigs we've ever done. Like, you know, we had like the Coral on. It was like a big like our favourite band. And we had like Amy Winehouse played and Supergrass played, and we got this band from Japan, like a Beatles tribute band from Japan that we'd seen when we were in Tokyo once, and called the Parrots, who were like unbelievable. They opened it up, and it was just a really good day. Like the sun came out and
the mums came out.
Oh, it was great.
Now this was over 2 days, was that right, or just one day?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday and
days,
Sunday, 100,000 people over those couple of days, I believe, and then now you're back in the States playing to 2,000 or 3,000 people and sort of building it up again, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I couldn't imagine ever doing something like that over here. Really, it's just it seems like it's just a different. It's just like a different thing. Like I don't think we could do something like that over here. But it's but like we've enjoyed this tour, like really have. Like I mean, we played in like this. Almost like we should have played a couple of like the ones that we've done. We should have done like smaller rooms, really. Like some of the ones like in like the Midwest or whatever. Like we did one down in New Orleans though, which were really good. Like we'd never been there before, and like I reckon that was like one of the best ones that we've done while we were in America this time. And it were only like about 1,000 people, maybe not even that. Like, but it was like a really, like it just everyone was sort of up for it, and that like a good crowd.
So what's the rest of the year hold now? Touring obviously here, and then what's up next for Arctic Monkeys?
I don't know. We're pretty much touring till December, and then I suppose it's down to us to decide. We haven't really got any plans yet. Might just happen same as it did last year, or I might move abroad for a year.
Do you know where you want to go?
Go missing.
Oh, go missing, yeah.
Just go missing, yeah.
Go missing.
I'm gonna evaporate.
The myth.
Yes.
I am a myth.
Well, listen, guys, it's great to have you on the show again. It's been a while. Congratulations on the new record. It's called Favour.
No, thanks for having us, Nick.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Favourite Worst Nightmare is the album, and we're going to throw it back to Arctic Monkeys. This is our second set here on Morning Becomes Eclectic. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Old yellow bricks, loves a risk. Quite a little escapologist. Look so miffed when you wished for 1,000 better than this. You are the fugitive, but you don't know what you're running from. You can't kid us and you couldn't trick anyone. Houdini, love, you don't know what you're running away from. You want to sleep in a city that never wakes up, blinded by nostalgia. Who wants to sleep in a city that never wakes up? She was enraged by the way that the emperors were trapped in the cage, and her days she deemed dull, leading to nights reading beer bottles. You're such a fugitive, but you don't know what you're running from. You can't kill us and you couldn't trick anyone. Houdini, love, you don't know what you're trying to escape from. You want to sleep in a city that never wakes up, blinded by nostalgia. You want to sleep in a city that never wakes up. It was. You are the fugitive, but you don't know what you're running away from. She said, I want to sleep in a city that never wakes up and revel in nostalgia. I know, I said, who wants to sleep in a city that never wakes up? But Dorothy was right though. And take the swords to the innocent. Soul pinches. Kanye said she was never meant to feel column inches. And you adding up what you're trying to dig up isn't there to be dug. The thieves help the thugs as they're trying to be the good grace of a sweetheart out to the point she'll comply. And why leave her on her own? If I I'd have known, then I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have said it if I would have known. Why leave her on her own? If I predicted tears, then I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have said it if I would have known.
There's a circle of witches, ambitiously vicious they are, and our attempts to remind them of reason won't get us that far. And I don't know what it is that they want, I don't know what it is that they want, but I haven't got it to give, she hasn't got it to give.
As a habit to set you up for disappointment in evening entertainment. But tonight there'll be some love. Tonight there'll be a ruckus, yeah, regardless of what's gone before. I want to see all of the things that we've already seen. I want to see you take the jackpot out of the fruit machine. Put your whole back in. You've got to understand that you can never be the bandit, no. Anticipation as a habit to set you up for disappointment in evening entertainment. But tonight there'll be some love. Tonight there'll be a ruckus, yeah, regardless of what's gone before. I want to see all of the things that we've already seen. Larry girls hang out the window of the limousine, and cause it's fancy dress, and they're all looking quite full-on in funny ears and devil horns, and she won't be surprised and she won't be shocked when she's pressed the star after she's pressed unlock, and there's Fluorescent Chapter saying her inbox, and all that it says is that you drank a lot, and you should bear that in mind tonight. Yeah, you should bear that in mind tonight. Bear that, and you can pour your heart out, but a reason it will block. Oh, you send her after 9 o'clock. and half it. And she won't be surprised and she won't be shocked when she's pressed the star after she's pressed a rock. And there's Fluorescent Chapter sat in her inbox, and all that it says is that you've drank a lot and you should better in mine tonight. Yeah, you should better in mine tonight. Better, and you can pour your heart out around 3 o'clock. Then the 2-for-1s have done the writer's block. Running off over next door's garden before the hour is done. It's more a question of feeling than it is a question of fun. The confidence is the balaclava, I'm sure you'll baffle them good. But the engine reek of salty cheeks and ruddy makeup alone, or will blood run down the face of a bottle wilted and stone. But you find yourself in a skirmish where you wish you'd never been born, and you tie yourself to the tracks and there isn't no going back. And it's wrong, 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 but we'll do it anyway so you'll have a bit of trouble. Pulling her from a burning building or throwing her to the sharks. Only hope that the ending is as pleasurable as the start. The confidence is the balaclava, I'm sure you'll baffle them straight. And it's wrong, 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 and she can hardly wait. That's right, he won't let her out his sides. Now the shaggers perform and the daggers are drawn. Who's the crooks in this crime? That's right, he won't let her out his sides. Now the shaggers perform and the daggers are drawn. Who's the crooks in this crime? Trouble right before the very first kiss. Quiet and unassuming, but you heard that they were the naughtiest. She pleaded with you to take it off, but you resisted and thought, sorry sweetheart, I'd much rather keep on this balance. Good idea. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't one. It's always exciting, words to hear, and we woke up together, not quite realizing how awkwardly stretching and yawning. It's always hard in the morning. And I suppose that's the price you pay. Well, oh, it isn't what it was. She's thinking he looks different today. And now there's nothing left to guess now. Before the lights came on, because they didn't want to ruin totally stretching and yawning. It's always hard in the morning. And I suppose that's the price you pay. Well, oh, it isn't what it was. She's thinking he looks different today. And now there's nothing left to guess now. Well, quick, let's leave before the lights come on. 'Cause then you don't have to see. 'Cause then you don't have to see what you've done. Well, quick, let's leave before the lights come on. 'Cause then you don't have to see. 'Cause then you don't have to see what you